Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pankaj and today in this particular video, we will continue our journey to learn pandas. So guys, the topic we will cover in this video is drop NA, fill NA, as type, and unique, sort values, and rank method. I will not just explain how to use it, but also focus on in what scenario, how to use the method. The single method there are a lot of ways to use a single method, and there are a lot of different scenarios to use the method. So we will cover both this topic in this video, and I will request you all, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe my channel and watch my video till the end, because at the end I'll cover the interview questions from this topic. So now, without wasting time, let's get start the video. So guys, as usual, what we do, we first import the pandas library in Jupyter Notebook. Then I've taken this bank data, and using this read function, I'm importing the data into data frame. And then I have used this head function to just understand what is there in the data. So okay, so there are various columns in the data. So we have also covered data.info. So let me show you. Let me just show you that. To give you the brief knowledge, not I cannot say a brief knowledge, just a small knowledge of data. Okay, so first it's a data frame, and it has a 10,000 entries, and we have 13 columns, and we have some missing values also in it. Okay, we have integer and float data type, and also have a object data type. So first of all, I'm gonna cover the drop NA function. The drop NA function, we use the drop NA function to drop the blank values, which pandas treat as nan value. So for blank value, we will say nan. Okay. So from next time, I will not say blank value. I will just say nan value. So if we have a nan value in a data frame, so what we will do, we will, if you want to drop that all values, so we need this function. So I'm gonna just implement it on data frame at first, and let me show you. Okay, so here we have a second row in which we have nan value, and the next we have third row also. So if you just implement in whole the data frame, so what it will do, it will drop the whole row. It will just drop the whole row. So if we have in any column, if you have a null value, that is nan value, so the drop NA method will drop the whole row. So maybe in some cases you don't want to drop the whole row. So there are a lot of parameters actually. So the next I can say drop NA, and we have a parameter name how, which is, if I'll show you, which is by default any. If I convert it to all, so now you can check it, the value is not dropped. So what this how equals to all parameter do, if it's set to any, so what will do, if in rows or in any cell there is a null value, so it will remove that row. What how do, suppose you have a row in which there is no value is present, the whole row is null. So if the whole no is run, in that case this will work. So suppose you want to drop a row, only that rows that have the whole row is null. So in that case you need this how equals to all. Similarly, this will not actually override to the main data frame. If you want to do this, you need to use the in place function as true, which is by default, if I can say, yes, this is by default is false, and if you will make it true, so it override the main table, sorry, not table, data frame. Okay, suppose now the next scenario will be like, suppose I want to drop a value, drop a row, if in particular column there is a null value. Suppose, for example, suppose I want to drop the row if the gender is not present in the row. So in this scenario, what we will do, will we have one more functions, that is subset, and you need to provide the column name in it. Suppose I'm going to provide this gender in it, and now if I'll run the block, so now you can see the first row is dropped, but this is active member, we have null value in this column also, but it is not dropped because we are dropping the value according to the gender column only. So suppose if you have this scenario in which you need to drop the value according to the column's value, so you need to use this subset parameter of drop na. And at last, suppose you need to drop the columns, not row. If you need to drop a column in which that contain a null value, so what you will do, there's a parameter axis. So if you'll provide one here and hit the, so you can see we have a null value in is active column and a gender column. Okay, so it dropped the both the row and it also dropped the age. So maybe there's also yes, there's also a null value in this column also. If you need to find out the null value present in the column, so there is a one command I can say df dot is null dot sum. So this command shows you how many values are null in your data frame columns. So it shows me that the age has 2 cells are nulls, gender has 1, and is active member has 1. So these are the different methods, not methods, parameters that according to the scenario you need to use these parameters and implement the drop na function. Next, I'm going to cover the fill na function. So similarly, suppose we have a, I'm going to explain it by taking a scenario. Suppose we have some value, suppose taking this scenario only, the data of bank. I don't want to drop this gender because of NaN value, and I just need, if you have a null value, just replace it with some of the other value. Suppose if I'll say, okay, we have a 70% or 80% female, so this may be a female. So I'm gonna so you need to convert that blank value with female. So in that scenario, you need to use a fill na function. You just need to write like this, fill na, and if you will do in this way, so what it do, it fill whole the na value of the data range. Means suppose in every columns, in all the columns where na is present, it just fill it with the value we provide. Suppose I'm providing 0, so it fill with 0 here and here. But if you understand it very well, there's no meaning of 0 in gender, as we have female and male. There are only 2 values present in gender. So in that scenario, what we will do, we will specifically perform this fill na function on column. Let me show you first. Df dot gender, and now I'm performing fill na function on it, and I'm replacing the na values with female. Let me first fill it with some other value so you can understand, yes, it is filled, and I'm storing it to the mean gender. And now if I check df, so you can check its value is replaced with female, so you can replace it now with female. Okay, the next time it doesn't work because it filled the value with f. So there's a different scenario of replace here. If you want to replace a value with some other value, so there's a different scenario. Okay, so Next, I'm gonna cover the as type method. What as type method is, it actually convert the data type of the column. Suppose we have a integer data type and we need to convert it to the float, or we have, if we have a float data type and we need to convert it into integer. Suppose I'm taking an example. This is active number is actually, if I'll show you the my sheet or my file, actually CSV file. So it's not actually float, it's integer, but due to this NA value, the whole column is converted into float. So now what I will do here, I will fill this. I'm gonna copy this. I will not write it again, and I will replace this and write here 0. So what I'm doing here, I'm replacing that NA value of is active member column to 0, and now if I'll show you, so it's converted into 0 now. Yes, yeah, 113931. Yes, it's converted now. So now as we don't have any null value in the column now, so we can perform as type on it and convert this column into integer. So what and how you can do this? So there's a function as type. You need to write it like this, and then you need to write int. Okay, so here you need to provide int 64. This is not working. Oh, it's not working because I'm writing it on whole data frame. I need to provide the column name also. Now it's converted, and I will store it to the main data frame. And I'll show you the data frame now. So you can check the column is converted into integer type. So in this scenario, if you want to convert your data frame from one way, so this is also a kind. Suppose if you have a data frame and we have a null values in the data frame, so what we will do, we will replace that null value with the mean value, mode value, depending on the situations, and then after that we will convert the whole data frame into integer. This is the actual scenario I'm telling you about. Next, I'm gonna show you the unique method. This is a method actually which we use if you want to check how many distinct value present in our column. So it's simple. If I want to show what are the different value present in this is active, I will again not write and copy the column, and I'll use this and unique. So it shows me there are two values, there are two distinct values, and if you want to see what are these distinct values, just remove this n and you will get an array in which you will get all the distinct value of the column. Let me show you with this credit score. So here we have 460 distinct values, and what are these values? So here these are all the 460 values, distinct values. So this is all and unique. Next, I'm gonna cover sort values. So suppose if you want to sort a data frame depending on some of the column, so you need to store a sort values, actually df dot sort values, and I'm gonna provide name here by, okay, so we don't need to write. I'm gonna sort it by credit score. So okay, so it's sorted in ascending order, that the minimum value is 350. So in this way you can sort the value. So suppose if you want to sort the value in descending order, so you need to provide, we have a parameter here and it's by default true. So if I'll make it false, so it will convert into descending order. Yes, it's converted now, it's converted into descending order. And suppose if you want to sort the value depending on the 2 or 3 columns, so you just need to provide here list. I'm going to show you how. Suppose I'm gonna sort it according to the this credit score and age. Similarly, you need to provide here that I'm gonna do it like descending order of credit score and ascending order of age. So I will provide true here. Credit false, it means descending order for credit score and ascending order for age. And I'll run it so you can check it out. So we have a minimum age 19 and maximum credit score 850. So in this way you can manipulate the data and understand the data. So these, that's why I've said these are the actually basic or general methods that every data scientist use in their daily life. Okay, so now we have one more parameter in it, that is NA position, which we use to show the null values at the top or at the bottom. Let me show you what. Put NAs at the beginning if first, large push NA at the end. Okay, so you can also read the parameter definition here. Just all you need to just click here in the parenthesis anywhere and press shift tab so it's populate, and then you can read about this all the about all the parameters and what you need to insert in it. Okay, this is completed. Now we will cover the index function. So now you can see this is the index of this particular data frame is not in ascending or not in descending, because we have sort the value according to two columns. So if you want to reset its index, so you need to provide a reset underscore index here. It's reset, so it's reset with new index. And if you will not provide anything in this, so the previous index is converted into column. And if you provide it the drop NA, not drop NA, drop equals to true, so it dropped the index, the previous index, I can say. Now at last I'm gonna cover the rank value. So rank value actually do a very good job. There are various methods to use a rank job in different ways. Suppose if we have a different suppose I'm going taking this scenario, we have credit score and I need to check that how many persons are there in the bank in which we have a credit score of 850, and we will give a 850 is rank 1 score. So in this scenario, if you need to perform this all ranking, so there's a function rank here. I'm going to describe the basic one first. Suppose I need to perform a rank function in this credit score. Okay, then I need not. So it ranked the values, and I'm gonna provide this access equals to 0 method str. Let me show you what is there in the method. So actually it's basically by default is on average. If I convert this method to min or max, I'm gonna convert it with max. Let's see what happens. So it's convert the value with integer, that this rank is the maximum value and this is the minimum value, and what is the rank of this all credit score. So guys, at last let's cover the interview questions from this topics. So the first interview question is how to use drop NA function in to drop only those value in which we have whole the row is NA. Suppose you have a data frame in which the single row, not columns actually, the whole row is NA. So if you want to drop that particular thing only, so how you can do this? So you need to explain this how there's a parameter how, and if you will change it to any to all, so it will give you the result with drop that all rows that have hold the values na. Similarly, we can say if you want to drop a value depending on the column, so you need to explain this subset parameter. And next, fill na is also not important that much. Maybe they can also ask that how you will change the data type. And there's a famous question that if you have a data type, if you have a column in which there's an na value, so can we convert it into integer? Because in if you will talk about SQL, so there is a null value in integers in SQL data type. Suppose if you know about SQL, so you can understand it very well that in SQL, if you have a data frame, not data frame, if you have a table in which integer data type, suppose we have a ID which is integer data type, so it is possible that in ID the values null is present. It takes the value null, but it not takes the value blank. It take a null value only. But in data frame, it does not. So maybe the interviewer can means tweak you to, or I can say twist the question to understand your logic. That can we do means if you have a null value, so can we convert this value into integer? So the answer is no. You not. If you want to convert it, first fill the that na value with any of the value using fill na function. Next, maybe there's a question with unique that if you need to see how many unique values are present in the column, so you need to explain this. We have a function n unique, and that's it, guys. And this will means this is also a good function which we use for reporting purpose. Suppose if you need to share a report with anyone, and so if there's a null value, so it will be better if the null value we uh, show at the end of the data frame or at the end of the sheet. So in that scenario it works very well, sort values. So guys, that's all for today video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and bye bye.